What is up, guys? Learn how to Roblox here, and today we are going to be talking about tickets. Tickets were removed because it was a sort of exploited thing. People would make fake accounts, alternate accounts, just to get tickets, and it would take out usernames. It would clog the system, and we just had this exploit system to where people were getting Robux for free and making alternate accounts, which is not what Roblox is about. Also, it was also to make it more easier to do everything, so we wouldn't have to have like one thing cost Robux, one thing cost tickets, or have two tickets and two Robux, so you can make a choice. It's easier to do it this way because with one currency, it's better. Now, let's talk about the bad things about them removing tickets. The bad things about them removing tickets was a lot of players' creativity level went down. Roblox was essentially made for creative, for people to express themselves, to be themselves. When you take out tickets, you make characters dress a certain way, and you make them feel a certain way. We have the hats that every person wears. Like, every person, not to say that if you don't have tickets, you're not this, but essentially noobs who don't have this essentially all look alike because they have to have what they have to have. They have only the free items because that's all they can afford. There's nothing wrong with looking like everyone else, but it kind of ruins the point of Roblox. Roblox was made to essentially have you be yourself, and if you can't be yourself, then what's the point? Now, one thing that Roblox has done to make people a bit more better, the events that they've had have been really good lately. Like, a lot of these hats, they have probably been the best hats we've seen in events in forever. We have, for example, the Pete's the Dragon's hats. Those were really, really nice. For the hat, the tail, the gold medal, those were amazing. The dragon one, the Fruity Pebble hats, even the Voltron ones were decent. We have the dragon, Wings of Fire. We have all of the live stream hats, and then we have the BFG hats, which were just this last summer, which were amazing hats that didn't have the logo necessarily on it as much, which made them look a little bit less cringy, and which essentially made them better to wear. Now, if you did events, then you would get a lot more hats for free. This is a good thing about them moving tickets because it essentially makes people more active in the community. Like, if you look at the people who did events and then look at the people who do events now, it's a huge up. And especially with live streams, a lot of people have been watching more live streams to win more hats. And after you watch one live stream, you're essentially probably going to watch another live stream and another one and another one. And then they have you hooked on a viewer, which is also good for the community because it just is. Having people in the community is a good thing. It's getting everyone together, making them feel like they're a part of something. They also give you a lot of gear in these events for free, too. Like, I haven't paid for gear, and I have a whole page full of gear, which is good. It's amazing. Which I think kind of gives a character a lot of room to expand their creativity in a smaller way, but not as big as it was when we had tickets. But overall, in my opinion, I feel like they should give people another type of thing, like maybe a couple of Robux every so often, or maybe make it to where you can earn a certain amount of Robux, maybe 5 Robux, so you can at least get yourself a shirt or something, but you can win it in a certain way. I have a little brother, right? He didn't pay for it. I pay for mine through my own money. He sadly doesn't have the job or necessities like I have, so he has to keep asking me for it. Back when we had tickets, he never asked me for stuff because he already had it. So it's kind of like a situation to be like, well, we have this and then we have that. I'm not a fan of any of it, though. I feel that we should have some sort of currency for characters who can't afford currency. Nothing to the extent to where they're making Robux all the time, or every day they're getting Robux, but in the sense that they're making some sort of way they can afford clothing. Maybe have like a coupon for a free clothing item or something like that people can get, or you get a free shirt and a free pants if you do this, or surveys, because they had a survey recently. A lot of people didn't hear about it because I don't think they promoted it. It wasn't on Twitter, and it wasn't on the Roblox front page or forums or anything, but it was in the messages. If you went to messages a long time ago, they had a survey where you could win 1K Robux from playing the survey and filling it out. And they picked a list of 25 winners. I'm not sure who won, who didn't win. I put mine in there to see if I could win. I did not win. But it was an interesting thing that they did. And they started giving away Robux as well to players who could beat the game in the live stream, which was also really cool. So essentially, they've been giving away a lot of free hats and a lot of Robux to make up for the smaller parts of people not being able to afford it. So overall, I feel like they've kind of balanced it pretty well, but at the end of the day, if you can't be yourself and create your own character the way you want to create it, then what's the point of having an avatar that you can create, or that you can customize, when you don't have the ability to customize it? Anyway, though, that's the end of this rant. I kind of went off a little bit there, but thank you for listening if you listened through this all the way. I love you guys so very, very, very much. If you could subscribe and like, that would make my day extremely better. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.